We're back. Second time's a charm. So I went live and I did like my little pre-test, and believe it or not, I was on mute. So we're back. So we gotta run it from the top. I just talked for like 10 minutes and no one could hear me. So I'm kind of glad no one was in here. Yeah. I'm all new to this platform, people. So you gotta understand that. It's gonna take a while to get used to, but maybe that was good. Maybe I needed to get some of the nervous energy out of there. I don't know. I'll try to be better on this take. Yeah. So okay. Well, let's start from the top once again. Because I'll be posting this replay on YouTube. So just know this was my second time through. This was not the first time through. I'll do my little brief introduction here. So basically, like I said, I'm new to this platform. If you don't know me, my name is Anthony Church. I'm a music producer out of Northeast Ohio. Been doing music production for 8 years now, ever since 2016. I got started after I took a senior trip with my buddy named Jay Trey. We went to California and we pretty much got inspired to make music. By the time we got back to Ohio, we agreed that he was gonna rap and I was gonna produce for him. So that's kind of how I got going. I pretty much spent all my high school years studying music production, studying the different people that I was a fan of. And I used from 2012 to 2016, so this was before the trip. I used that to kind of study. So by the time it was, ready to begin music making, felt a lot more confident in my ability to do so. Downloaded FL Studio on my laptop, and I've been going ever since. So I've worked with him. His name's Jay Trey. I've worked with him since the beginning, but I've also worked with over 30 different independent artists from around the world. So super blessed to be able to do that. And I've been, self-releasing my own music since 2020, which has also been a really cool journey. Put out my first instrumental album this month, actually, called Unknown Advantage, which I'll probably touch on eventually in an upcoming stream. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And I'm also a podcaster, so I host a show called The Proven Knowledge Podcast. Every Tuesday, we drop a new episode. I speak with different artists, producers, engineers, other people in the music space as well, which that's been a journey I never thought I would go on. But, I've been able to speak with a ton of awesome individuals every single week. I usually take the holiday weekend off, or the week from Christmas to New Year's. Other than that, I'm talking to people every single week, learning from their stories, their perspectives, applying it to my journey as a creative, but also trying to help others. And so really why I'm here on Twitch is to also expand upon that idea of helping other people. But it's kind of a much more interactive, different type of way to be able to do it, which I think is very cool. And like I said, I'm brand new to the platform, so it's going to take a while to get used to. It's also going to take a while for this community to build up. I'm 4 years into making my podcast, or doing the podcast at this point, and I'm just now in the place where people are hitting me up, wanting to be on the show, wanting to discuss music. It took that long to be able to get to that place, so I'm willing to put in the work here on Twitch to do the same thing. But really, why I'm here in general is just to hopefully give back in another type of way, do interactive workshops, do connecting, brainstorming ideas, and just kind of giving more of my perspective on, being an artist, being a producer, but most importantly, being a creative in general. Like, what does that mean to me? How can that apply to you and your journey? And just doing my part. That's the big thing. So, excuse me. Should have brought a bottle of water up here, by the way. I ran the test stream last week, and I told myself, I was like, I should probably, bring some water. And of course, I'm just like, at the end, again, we're on the second take. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to tough it out. But, yeah, so pretty much that's, kind of why I'm here in a nutshell, is to provide value. Not going to be playing a ton of music on this channel. So if that's your thing, if you're into watching behind the beats, things like that, I'm not closed off to the idea of doing that, but right now that's not really what I'm focused on. And I do behind the beat videos for my own music over on YouTube. So definitely go check those out. The link is in the description for my YouTube channel, which is where all these replays are going to be, by the way. So if you're here on Twitch, definitely go check out the replay on the YouTube channel if you miss anything. But yeah, it's going to be mostly informative content. And some of the things I'm going to be touching on, just off the top of my head, because I've been brainstorming ideas for like a month now, just coming up with like, week by week, what am I going to talk about? Because some days I might come in here and just to talk. Most of the time I want to have a purpose for being here and really want to share information that I'm passionate about that I think is going to be cool for you guys to hear. So content ideas and content strategy is the big one. Coming up with different social media tactics, primarily for Instagram, but we're going to be touching on some YouTube stuff, maybe TikTok. I'm not super big on TikTok. I am on the platform. I'm not very good at it. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like if you see the TikTok link in the bio, I think it's in my description. I don't know. But, if you go to the link tree, you'll see the TikTok. My TikTok's not that impressive. I don't have a lot of views, don't have a lot of followers. My content is just super basic because I'm not really making, content for TikTok. That's not really my thing. But Instagram, I feel like I've had a good amount of success over there. And I feel good about sharing some of that stuff as well. But more importantly, sharing more so about the scheduling, scheduling your content, coming up with a release strategy. The purpose behind content is a big thing that has helped me a lot. So I think I'm going to be sharing some of that stuff as well. And then any ideas that I get from you guys as a community, like I said, when this becomes a community and we start having conversations in the chat and things like that, you guys send me ideas, you have something you want me to cover, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? As long as I feel like I'm the person that can provide that value. If I feel like it's not my place to give you advice or give you any type of, strategy to tell you to do, I'm going to go find somebody else that can do it. Maybe I bring them in and we do some type of interactive thing where we can have them be a part of it as well. So I don't ever like to just leave people hanging. You know what I mean? I like to at least point them in the right direction. So that's kind of what I think I'll be doing in that regard. The other thing would be just a very wide variety of topics as far as releasing music. Like I already have some distribution topics to discover or to discuss for you to discover. As far as releasing music, how to do it as an independent artist. There's so many different ways now, and I've been experimenting with some new ways, which I'm excited to talk about next month. But things like that, and really just being an independent artist, because being an independent artist is easy, but it's also difficult. Equal parts of both, I think. I've been independent since the start. I've never had a manager. I've never had a label. I've never been signed to any distribution deal or admin, publishing deal, any of that stuff. I've just been doing it all my own, with my own funds from the very start. So, you're going to get a lot of grassroots approaches from me. You're not going to get a lot of super industry tied in stuff. I'm not an A&R. I'm not going to, give you a bunch of pay to play stuff. It's more so just going to be what is my real raw experience of, reaching out to people, making connections, working together, just doing all kinds of things like that. So it's really just going to be the world of an independent artist through my lens. But like I said, it's more so going to also be about sharing ideas with one another and getting insight on each other's perspectives. And that's how we really build something that we all can benefit from. So this channel really is not about me. It's more so about building up a group of people that really all share the same goal in their own ways. And like I said, we do that with the podcast. We provide a lot of value through the weekly conversations, and you can hear other people's stories. And that it has always motivated me so much. Just hearing other people discuss their journeys and what they've been through. It motivates the hell out of me, man, because you just hear the most triumphant stories, people that have gone through very like crazy trials in their life to overcome to be where they are now and still making amazing music or just doing amazing things in their day-to-day lives too. So, that's really the goal, and like I'm excited to see the people that I'll meet through doing this too. So yeah, I mean that part really excites me, honestly. And just like I said, being able to start something new, because I used to look at challenges or just like starting things new as, I was always afraid of it, or I just didn't know like if I would stick with it. But I think anything related to the arts and creativity and things like that, I've always just been drawn to it. And I feel like, when I look back in like 2 or 3 years from now, I'll be happy that I took the chance to do this, because I know it's going to help somebody. So hopefully it can help a lot of people. But even if it can just help one person, that's the biggest thing. But like I said, if you guys have ideas, even if you're watching this on YouTube, if you have an idea that you want to see implemented, we're going to be doing these every week. So the big thing is that I just, any type of ideas we can get that I feel I can help with, definitely leave those in the comments. So let me know, and we'll take note of that. I have all the way until like November planned currently as far as ideas. But like I said, if we're doing these every week, we're not going to run out of content ideas or things to talk about. So we're never going to have a dull moment here. And I'm not going to just come on here just to talk for no reason. Like if I'm here, there's going to be a purpose for me being here. So just know that. If you see me looking off to the side, by the way, my initial plan for these streams is to come up with like a bulleted list of what do I want to talk about. So what I did was I created a Word document. So I have all my ideas here of like, what are we going to touch on today? Little bullet points kind of help me out. It's kind of what I do on the podcast too. I have like a structure. So these streams will be kind of the same, a little bit of improv too, but this is going to be definitely more of me in like the natural setting though. So it'll be a little bit of the script, a little bit of the off dome, but like I said, just the way this is going to go is just being able to share information and really try to uplift one another and just push the positive message as independent artists, which is going to be awesome. Connecting on other platforms as far as like my socials and stuff, again, I think, I'm pretty sure I have everything in let me check this real quick. I think I have all my socials in the bio. Yeah, I think I do. And the Linktree has everything else. So what I'll encourage people to do is just get connected on other platforms, because you'll be able to know when the streams are going up. Like I said, it'll most likely be every Tuesday around this time at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's really the time that I chose based on what I heard from my audience on Instagram, doing different discussions and polls and things like that. They all said that a weekday would be good toward the evening, not necessarily a Friday or any time during the weekend. So for now, we're going to roll with this, and that's going to be when we do it. So just expect it to be on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you see the schedule in my bio as well, like the streaming schedule, it'll probably say Tuesdays every time. So just expect that. And week to week, it'll probably change, honestly, because there'll be weeks where something comes up and I have to change it. Maybe I have to change it to a Thursday night or something like that. Or maybe I'll do some weekend ones and just see how it goes. Who knows? But I would encourage you to do that. Instagram is primarily where I'm at, but if you click on the Linktree, you'll find all the good links besides YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. So yeah, would definitely encourage you to do that. I don't really know if I have a whole lot more to cover other than that. Wow, this has been a pretty short stream. I'm trying to think of what else I needed to really cover, because the only thing I have on my list is just talking about next week, which next week's topic is going to be about musicians' therapy. So, seeking therapy as a musician, I've never been to therapy, so it's going to be interesting to come up with notes about that. And I want to come up with different ideas of how you can find therapy as a musician, as a creative. Hopefully we can get some people involved too, to be a part of it and have a discussion about it. But I think it's going to be a really cool first topic to get into. It's a lot deeper of a topic for sure, but I'm interested to talk about it because I actually put it on my Instagram as a question, and I had a lot of responses on it, on people that have been to therapy or people that use music and the art as the form of therapy. So yeah, I think it's going to be cool to kind of expand upon that question and just take a deeper dive on it. So that'll be next week. Other than that, that's pretty much where we're at. Like I said, I literally rambled for 10 minutes to nothing because I was on mute. That's where we're at with these streams currently, because I'm just, like I said, just starting out, but I know this thing will get better. It will. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and hopefully the response is good. But like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited for the challenge. I think if you shy away from a challenge, you're really just doing yourself a lot of harm and disservice. You really got to embrace challenges and kind of roll with them. So I'm looking at my bio. I have the link tree, the Instagram, the Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and my YouTube. All those are pretty good places to connect at. So whatever you guys feel is best, go ahead and connect with me there. You can see at the bottom of the screen right here is the little donation link, or at least the address for the donation link. Can't click on that. It's just there so you know what it is. The actual donation link is also in the description. I don't expect you to donate today because I haven't really done anything. So just so you know it's there, and I'll keep it at the bottom. But like I said, I'm not doing this for any type of monetary gain. I'm really just doing this to give back in, a little 30 to 40 minute to an hour session. That's all it is, really. And just be able to continue to provide value, and expand upon what I've already done. So, but yeah, I don't want to hang around and just, like I said, say nothing to you guys. So I think I'm gonna wrap it there for now. And I think this is a good kind of introduction. Kind of serves its purpose. You know what I mean? And if you see this on YouTube, you'll know about times and things like that. But before I go, I guess I'll let you guys know what else is going on outside of here. Like I said earlier, I have an album that just came out called Unknown Advantage. It's an instrumental album. It's all produced by me. And I've done some EPs in the past. Like I said, I've been self-releasing stuff since 2020. So I think I did 6 or 7 EPs, maybe even more than that within 4 years. But I really wanted to do a full-length project, and this was that first full-length project, 10 songs. So if you go to that link tree, I actually am currently hosting that project on a platform called Even, where you can pay whatever you want for the project to be able to hear it early. If you don't want to hear it early, September 27th, which is coming up here in a couple weeks, I'll be releasing it to all the streaming platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all of those ones where you're probably at. So you can definitely check it out then. And if you like what you hear, I'm also selling the vinyl copies through a company called Diggers Factory. And the pre-order is going to be going until October 1st. I might extend it a little bit because I don't even know how many we've sold at this point, but we still have a lot left. It's 100 pressing release. So, my real plan is I've already budgeted to buy up the remaining stock and resell them myself. But, if I can extend it longer, if people are interested in getting them, definitely check it out. So that'll be in the link tree. Both those links are at the very top right now. in the link tree if you want to check it out. Like I said, just get connected on the other socials. Be on the lookout for the streams at this time every single week on Tuesdays, and they'll be going longer than this one. Like I said, this was bound to be the shortest one because I don't really have a lesson planned, or I guess I'll call them lessons for now. I'm not a teacher, I swear. I didn't even finish college, so if that tells you anything. But I didn't have like any type of real outline planned. I just really wanted to cover the basics of why does this exist? Like, what was my reasoning for even wanting to do this? So hopefully I covered that in this video. You can reach out to me on any of the other platforms though. Send me a message, whether it's like I said about those ideas, content ideas, or if you just want to, support the music, or you want to be on the podcast, whatever you want to do. Feel free to dive into my catalog and all the links and see what I do. And, if it seems like something you want to be a part of every week, just feel free to tune in because, like I said, we're going to be doing this. And, yeah, I'm thrilled for it. So, other than that, I think we're going to get up on out here because I don't really want to waste anybody else's time at this point. And if you're watching the video, I probably repeated things a few times already. So, but next week we'll be discussing musicians therapy. Definitely tune in, if you're able to. But if not, watch the replay on YouTube. And I'm excited for this journey, and I'm glad you guys are here. And if you're not here yet, when you get here, welcome. But until next week, I'll let you guys get going, and we'll see you then. So signing off until then, we'll see you guys later. All right.